So you're telling me you're a hoe now? What are you then?
Eggplex nincompoop.
Look down. Let me know if you're a he or a she.
Alright, it's salvation time. Satan's using
Can you
his
look
magic
down?
to send souls skyward and downward into oblivion. That's where you come in. Catch the falling soul
I got on the
hit
he
ground and use an arcane blast to free the soul.
Somebody's a he-she?
Of course, once you do
I told him
that,
to look down and let me know what kind of ginger he is, but he didn't look down.
Is key here. You'll get a bonus for every soul you can save before touching down. Now let's go save some clients.
I'm gonna tell you what Ginger Joey is. He's part man, definitely part woman.
Hell, well, I think he's just a bird.
Well,
He's not even close. He's just a bird brain. he loves the cock.
That's when he says cock. He loves the bird of cock. Bird cock.
The best part of waking up is he's eating some bird cock.
No, I'm being a bird cock.
God, this feels good.
Caca.
Bird cock.
Somebody want some caca?
Damn it.
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna hurry up and get on my island and save before it does something stupid.
The best part of waking up.
Need the rest of wings.
Is that a bird cock?
Hope that guy gets a do-over. Running out of juice.
There's nobody watching
Get your
me.
soul before I touch down.
Let me find my brain. Oh,
Rose! Get in the boat, Rose!
I don't want a lady.
Bad.
I mean, that's what it said. I don't want a lady. I don't want you, lady.
Get in the road! Get in the rose!
Get in the road, Rose. Get in the road. I got one you over, Rose. Get in the road.
Get in the rose, Rose.
Get in the road, Rose. Get in the road, Rose.
Running out of juice.
Get in the road, hose. I got 2 jerry cans now. Yes.
The best
Get in the
part
road,
of
Rose.
Rose.
Get in the boat, Rose. Rose, you ain't supposed to be getting like that. Rose. Well, guys, I might just go ahead and watch me a movie and just not too late. I'm gonna get right back on, but we'll see how that happens if I don't pass out. 'Cause it's been a long day. It really has. 'Cause we left the hotel. Mom thought she had to wait till 11, but it was like 9 something. But I got up earlier than that just to make sure. Got breakfast. Then we got on that main interstate. Then
Got a touchdown.
Long ride, and it got real hot, and it started piss pouring like non-stop.
Damn it.
Then when we got to Jellicoe, there was a long line on the other side. I don't know if somebody wrecked or what. It was crazy. I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and watch my movie, guys, and I'll holler at you guys either after the movie or tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright. Don't flip too many houses, Adam. And Josh, don't be saving the world too much.
Yeah.
If you're going to save the world, save it with
Just
me.
entered one of 4 soul extraction
All right.
facilities. This is where souls enter hell to have their sins removed
All right.
and then thrown to the streets
All right.
to wander for eternity. Now make no mistake, this isn't Satan being magnanimous. Sins are the currency in hell.
I don't know why he thinks he's gonna get on. He has to work tomorrow.
There's 3 sections of the facility. And to fully take it over, you need to capture all 3. But be careful. Satan's goons are going to be looking to reclaim any section you're not guarding. We pull this off, you'll hurt Satan and Ultor makes money. It's win-win.
Well, hey, if he doesn't pay attention to the time, he'd be like, "Oh, guys, I have to tell you that I have to go to work tomorrow."
Life is good.
I don't know. It's supposed to be tomorrow.
This one's not again. Ready to give up yet? Mine now.
Snake. Yeah, so how am I saving the world again in hell? Saint Roads in hell. Gats out of hell. Huh?
Damn it, lost control.
Snake! That's right.
Gets easier every time. Mine now.
Snake. That's right. Can't believe if that's true about Spider-Man, we'd be can't believe the Blood Spider paid at full price. We'd be getting another game. That's right.
I am Satan, the first, the fallen.
Great work. Old Tor's moving into the territory you freed up, and we're already seeing a difference. I can't wait to see what happens when we own it all.
He's insane. Ain't that you? Snake. That's right.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm you.
Let's see what
Bumblebee
these
tuna.
things can do.
No! Why not? It is? But ain't you Captain Poopy Pants? Not you!
This is bad for my OCD.
But you're Platypus. Not you? But how can that be? But you're his mother, father. Not me. The best part of waking up.
Let's go!
Somebody in your cup. Hey, I can see it now. If he realizes he get back on, he's like, guys, I forgot I have to work tomorrow. How will that make you feel? If he said that. What was that? Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. The Silver Bullet is the only strip club worth going to. Okay, maybe I do like murder.
Lights up. William Shakespeare, humanity's greatest playwright, and hell's most diabolical purveyor of entertainment, looks on as a brave mortal on an awful
Anything else that they said to you?
The bard's interest is piqued, and he looks to test his visitor's mettle. The masked tragedies were used to enemies cowering as they approached. But soon they realized that they faced a foe with courage and nobility, traits uncommon in the fires of perdition. The inciting incident resolved. The time had come for rising action.
Snake.
The battle raged on below, and as bullets and blood flew, the bard arched a curious eyebrow. Could this mortal be the exact thing that Shakespeare needed?
Nonsense, Poopy Pants.
And
Yes.
now, Act 3!
I can do this all night.
The conflict resolved. Shakespeare eagerly awaited meeting the champion that dispatched so many of his men. Undoubtedly, they were here for the bard's aid. And while happy endings were not a thing found in hell, Shakespeare always had a soft spot for comedies.
Here.
In the land of the living, William Shakespeare is regarded as one of the most prolific playwrights of all time. However, to the denizens of hell, the bard is seen in a far different light. After selling his soul for fame and adoration, Shakespeare served in hell as Satan's spy master general. In doing his duty, Shakespeare would punish the souls he was investigating by forming grotesque passion plays for Satan's amusement. But in a 12th Night-esque twist, Shakespeare found himself living a double life. While he projected an image of cruelty, his heart was as soft as Jezebel's. In secret, he would tutor her on the classics and act out the works of his mortal days. When Satan found out, he cast Shakespeare out of the palace, believing that the poet would be tormented by the populace of hell, far out of Jezebel's sight. But Satan had not counted on the bard's cunning. Embracing his persona of master torturer, Shakespeare and his followers...
Poopy pants. That's right.
So Shakespeare called forth the Deus Ex Machina to bestow our protagonist with the arcane power of Force Stomp. Lights up. The mortal stands in the training grounds, eager to try out his new Force Stomp power on the group of demons in front of them. Scene 2, in which our protagonist kills Act 2, in which our protagonist is greeted by foul imps. In which our protagonist learns that Force Stomp even works on flying enemies, enabling them to remove a dark fighter's shield before shooting them to death. With the day is won, and the curtain closes on our noble hero.
Good job making us money. It's saving souls, that's important too.
Bumblebee too. St. Rose Gat Out of Hell. Captain Poopy Pants.
The bard gives exposition, which reveals that the president has been trapped inside some sort of soul crystal inside Satan's palace. The only way for our protagonist to save them is to draw Satan out by continuing their actions in hell.
William Shakespeare.
It burns! Ow, 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 ow,
Snake. That's right. Yes. Yes. I gotta go over there to Blackbeard.
Uh-oh.
Abandon abandoned ship! We've been boarded!
I don't think Blackbeard realizes he's in hell.
Get these damn things off my
How does that make you feel?
ship! I got a bit of treasure in that chest over there. The weapon you find inside may help with our little imp problem.
I'll be back. Hello! Ugh. How weird that would be. What, one down south finally figures out that he has to work tomorrow.
That is a freakishly large hammer. Get out more often. Teacup!
I summoned these imps to serve as my crew. I forgot what a handful they could be. Once aboard, They wouldn't listen to their captain. They ran amok in the bowels of the ship.
How are you supposed to make imps listen to you, Blackbird, you nincompoop? Blackbird is a nincompoop. If he thought imps was gonna help him.
Good God,
How does that make you feel?
this isn't a boat. It's the Queen Anne's Revenge.
Isn't that just a fancy name for a boat?
Names are important, my dear. You can't build a legacy without a name.
Zinyak destruction of Earth had a profound impact on the afterlife. To heaven, it was a logistical nightmare. St. Peter's meticulous nature drove purgatory wait times to unbearable levels. Meanwhile, where souls in pain were used as currency, it created a new era of prosperity for the wickedly enterprising. This economic boom resulted in the coffers of hell to be overflowing, which in turn piqued the interest of the most notorious man that sailed the seven seas. Long had Blackbeard been a thorn in Satan's side, robbing tax collectors on a semi-regular basis.
Here.
But the promise of an immeasurable fortune drove him to be even bolder. An arrangement was reached. Blackbeard would provide information on strategic targets in exchange for a share of the profit. Johnny, who was interested in murder, not money, happily agreed.
Yeah. Ain't you Blackbeard?
The ability to summon my crew whenever they're needed.
Not me, that's you. You're Blackbeard. You pooped your pants? Why would you want to poop your pants? Not you! Why not? It's all lies? But are you sure you're not Blackbeard? Not you! But Adam, I thought you was Blackbeard. Not you! But how can that be? You sure you ain't Blackbeard? Long it lasted, it became black nose. Yeah, one down south doesn't get. For a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, he really hell, you can go ahead and check Joey's friends list. He made everything blocked, changed everything. It showed that he wasn't showing nothing to nobody. How does that make you? Wouldn't that be dumb if cracker ass Brock Lesnar man sit there and makes bird calls. Forgot his password. Should like change his password and forgot it. Huh? If that's the case, because I ain't helping him. He can talk to his master.
This is becoming a habit.
Because his master is the one that made him lose his old one.
How many of these are there?
I know that you said you don't know if you would get in a game like this, but it would be different if you had friends play with you. All of them I know. But I don't, this is not the remaster. This one I bought like a long time ago. I might have to start collecting these games again. Since they made the remaster of the third one. Yeah, these games are not like based on like Grand Theft Auto kind of based. They're like based on kind of, well, before the Earth got blown up, you basically are trying to save the world, basically. Huh? Oh God, no! This is hell. I know you heard that. I know you hear that, and yep, this is definitely hell, Adam. This is terrible. Oh God, no.
Children's song that drive you mad.
This isn't pop music?
You're a strange
We are.
woman.
Did you know? I heard that. It said blah 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 blah. There's a little goofiness to it too. To these games. So, what houses are you flipping if you don't have emails anymore? Oh. Yeah, but anyways, it... Thank God, I was able to turn off the music.
Let us return to my castle, so we may plot our next steps in proper surrounds.
Who are you again, sir?
Johnny led Vlad back to his castle, which since his incarceration became a haven for frat parties and squatters. But the systematic impaling of trespassers would have to wait. Vlad was a man of his word, and was eager to provide intel that could aid in hobbling Satan's armies.
I bestow upon you the Stygian cold fire.
You smell what the rock is going? No! Why
I
not?
brought you to this inferno to teach you about the power I have granted you. Cold fire is an aura, which means you must activate the power and get close to an enemy before they will feel the cold embrace of the Stygian flames. Try it against these demons.
This is so much better than here.
Well done, my friend. Now here comes a dark inciter. Use your aura, then get close to him to take down his shields. From there, you can finish him off with your pistol. You've done it. Doesn't it feel good to watch an enemy burn?
I don't remember this guy in the history books. Val something the Impaler or something like that? I don't know. Something like that. Who knows?
Looking forward to stretching my wings.
Oh, I didn't know I was already up to 60 out of 100 souls. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you Michael Jackson? Are you sure? Very concerning. St. Rose the Fourth re-elect when you become president of the United States. You, the Earth gets blown up, and then after it gets blown up, they put you in this virtual reality world of, Earth, and you basically get superpowers. That was their big mistake, giving you superpowers.
Great job tearing up hell.
Thanks.
I need you to stop.
What?
Do you really think Satan could still be thinking about Jezebel's wedding after all the damage you've done? I'm telling you, the devil is about to react in a big way. And when he does, we need to be ready.
Satan didn't have much time to react to the war Gat was waging, because at home, Jezebel was waging a war of her own.
I don't love them.
You think I care?
Acting like a father, you would.
I'm looking after your best interest.
You don't care about my happiness. This is about you. If you just stop telling...
You will marry that saint, and I won't hear another word!
I won't do it.
You think because you're my daughter,
Oh, God.
you think that you're
That's much
above
worse
it
than the devil
all,
singing, Adam.
but schemes are currently in motion. Your choice, be a wife or be a thrall. They say the devil's in the details, and I have some more for you. Celestial light doesn't shine a ray here. Happy endings are through. You belong to me. I'm giving you away. Your blood will not save you. My hand will be cruel if you disobey. You belong belong to me.
Never.
Adam, how does that make you feel? The devil singing.
I'm sick of perdition, so tired of tradition, but now my time has come to go break away, to live for today, to stand out beneath the sun. I know there has to be some way for me.
Oh
to
God,
be
now
free.
Jezebel's singing.
Just living a life that's far from the strife and torturous pain. Someplace that's far from here and not awash with fear. Oh God, I can't wait to cast off this hate. I want to find love. There's a big wide world for me to explore. So many things that I don't know. Like, would I like ice cream? How do I feel about cats? And is Nightblade my new favorite show? But until that time, I'm stuck in this hell, a relentless tempest of rage. Surrounded by guards, betrothed by my father, trapped inside this gilded cage.
It's not working, Kinsey.
You don't know that, Johnny.
Tearing this place apart, but Satan doesn't even seem to...
We didn't come this far to fail.
You think I'm giving up?
We have one less place to go.
Oh God,
What if
now
it
the
doesn't
heroes
The
are
boss is
singing.
counting on us.
You think I don't know? How do I burn down a city that's baptized in fire? How do I kill off an army that's dead? Time's slipping away now, and the best plan we've got is just put one inside Satan's head. If roles were reversed, God, I know they'd save me, but all my solutions involve murder sprees.
You have to stay the course and
Snake.
go without remorse.
Yeah, that sounds fun, but what has that done? We're still where we stand.
The day isn't over yet. Our sun's not begun to set. No matter how small, the wings of a fly can create hurricanes.
Snake.
Johnny Gat.
That's right.
Hope. I feel hope. For the first time I've ever in my life. Gat is the name that cuts through my father like a knife. The seed of
Good.
rebellion, it grows like a weed. And someone so violent is just what I need. There's no turning back now, the die has been cast. This sinner has found her saint, I'll be free at last. The people, the music, it waits up
I'm not really sure where she thinks she's going.
I know I'll be happy when I find love. I know I'll be happy when I find
They're insane.
Looks like Satan's noticed that the current disruptions have been caused by everyone's favorite winged terrorist, and he's looking to do something about it. Displace spire emplacements all around the city. Now, these things look like slimy tentacles, but make no mistake, they can shoot you out of the sky. The only way we can stop these things is to literally rip out their hearts. And by we, I mean you. I'll be at the office drinking scotch.
Arr. I'm you. There's a monster in the background. You're him.
shooting me down.
Snake.
God, this feels good.
Platypus. Platypus. Alright, I'm gonna take care of that dirt bag back here. Keeps knocking me out of the sky.
This all hell's got to offer.
You didn't need this, did you?
Wee wee. That's right. Would you like some wee wee? No! Why not? Oh, lies.
We're standing in a parking garage. I don't like it either, but Centerpool isn't giving us many options. I can't believe they tried to force us out. I can't believe you forgot the mimosas. I think we have bigger problems. I don't think you realize how much I love mimosas.
I can't help but notice that people are trying to kill me.
Yeah, they're really big on that here.
What did you do?
Is now really a good time? We can wait until we're done shooting people.
Well, I'm great at multitasking.
Remember when we offered you a deal on that airplane and you responded by killing everyone?
Yeah.
It's like that, but worse.
One more for the collection. Hey, Viola. Thought you should know that Kinsey misses you.
Really? That's so sweet. Who's Kinsey? You remember Kinsey. She was that hacker that Matt Miller hated. Isn't she crazy? You know, she really grows on you.
Platypus. That's right. Did you know? You didn't know? Huh? I'm you. You're him. He can't do that right.
Hi. Let's get you two back to Dane.
Hooray.
After being reunited in Hell, Kiki and Viola wasted no time in doing what they do best. Facilitate the running of businesses. However, the De Winter sisters' success did not sit well with other would-be power players in Hell. The sisters' operations all came under attack at once, forcing them on the run. Soon, the twins found themselves at the end of an offer they couldn't refuse. After all, it was better to own 1/5 of something than to be dead.
You're...
Helped us. Now let us help you. Here's a little something made popular by another group of sisters, the Gorgons.
You smell what the Rock is cooking? No! Why not? He hasn't?
Alright, Dane's letting us use his Ultor training room to test out your Stone Blast power.
Why not?
So go ahead and blast these demons to turn them to stone. After they're petrified, you can use your crystal to shatter them.
Keep it coming.
Nice! Stone Blast is especially useful on flying demons like this one. Alright, now let's see you drop a few more. A blast will also take down the shield of a Dark Insider, leaving it vulnerable to gunfire. Take this Dark Insider out. I think you've got the gist of it. Alright, let's go.
So basically this one, your characters travel to Hell to save your leader from the last games. The last game, she was playing as the leader. But I'm you. That's impossible.